Imagine waking up one morning to discover that the fate of America's space program hinges on a social media feud between the president and one of the richest men on Earth. It's not a sci-fi movie plot, it's reality in the summer of 2025, and the consequences could reach far beyond Twitter fireworks. Just days ago, President Donald Trump and Elon Musk, CEO of SpaceX and Tesla, seemed like an unstoppable duo, visionaries steering America's next great leap into space. Musk's endorsement of Trump the previous July helped pave the way for Trump's return to the White House, and Musk landed a key oversight role in the U.S. DOGE service. Their partnership was so close, one commentator joked, it's hard to tell where Trump ends and Musk begins. But in the volatile world of business and politics, alliances can dissolve overnight. On May 28th, Musk abruptly resigned from his government role. Then, in a stunning turn, the White House withdrew its nomination of Musk's close associate, Jared Isaacman, to head NASA just 3 days later. In a matter of hours, a dormant rivalry exploded into the open. Musk took to his social media platform X, calling Trump's new One Big Beautiful Bill Act a disgusting abomination. Trump fired back on Truth Social, threatening to terminate government contracts with Musk's companies, SpaceX and Tesla. Musk didn't hold back. He accused the president of criminal ties, pushed impeachment rumors, and even hinted at decommissioning the iconic Dragon spacecraft. Tempers flared, then cooled, then reignited as insults and threats ricocheted across the internet. But this wasn't just political theater. The feud sent shockwaves through Wall Street. Tesla shares plummeted by 14%, erasing a jaw-dropping $152 billion in value. SpaceX's future, with over $22 billion in government contracts at stake, suddenly looked uncertain. Steve Bannon, Trump's fiery former advisor, called for SpaceX to be seized and nationalized. Meanwhile, Bannon publicly accused Musk, a naturalized citizen, of being an illegal alien and demanded his deportation. The drama left investors and policy wonks alike asking, could America really yank its space program away from Musk's grip? Here's why this matters beyond the headlines. SpaceX is not just a rocket company, it's the backbone of NASA's missions. Its Dragon spacecraft is the main ride for astronauts traveling to and from the International Space Station. SpaceX rockets carry U.S. military satellites, connect Ukrainian troops through Starlink, and are even set to deorbit the ISS in 2031. The Trump-Musk feud could shatter this fragile balance, disrupting everything from national security to America's ambitions for the Moon and Mars. Industry experts are sounding the alarm. Jeff Faust of Space News says, the feud introduces uncertainty into the U.S. space program, given SpaceX's critical role in both civil and military space activities. Victoria Sampson from the Secure World Foundation warns that with over 7,000 satellites in orbit and more on the way from Amazon's Project Kuiper, the stakes of disruption couldn't be higher. As competition heats up, even a single clash could tip the scales. NASA, scrambling to maintain order, issued a carefully worded statement. We will continue to execute upon the President's vision for the future of space and work with industry partners to ensure mission objectives are met despite external challenges. But behind closed doors, insiders confess that if SpaceX walks, NASA could be forced to rely on Russia's Soyuz or Boeing's troubled Starliner just to keep the ISS staffed. Hardly a reassuring prospect. And the ripple effects don't stop there. If the rift deepens, what happens to America's billion-dollar spy satellites, missile defense plans like the Golden Dome, or the future of the Artemis III mission to the Moon? Could Amazon's Kuiper or Blue Origin's orbital reef step in, or would this hand the edge to foreign powers? The big question now, has the U.S. put too many eggs in one basket, betting its space future on a single, unpredictable billionaire? Or will this public showdown force hard choices and new competitors onto the launch pad, reshaping the destiny of space exploration? So what happens next? The Trump-Musk rift has set off shockwaves that reach far beyond two powerful egos. Behind the social media theatrics, America's entire space program hangs in the balance. One possibility is that the feud triggers an urgent search for new launch providers. SpaceX's dominance has been nearly absolute. Last year, it handled more than 80% of American government rocket launches. But after this standoff, NASA and the Pentagon may scramble to diversify. Names like Blue Origin, Northrop Grumman, and even international partners could suddenly see doors open. But there is a darker scenario too. If President Trump follows advisors like Steve Bannon and actually tries to nationalize SpaceX, the courts could be tied up for years. In the meantime, critical missions, like the Artemis III moon landing, the deorbiting of the International Space Station, and even essential defense launches could all grind to a halt. A more optimistic path would see both sides back down, perhaps through back-channel negotiations, and agree to keep America's space agenda above personal grudge matches. Yet experts like Jeff Faust warn, the uncertainty alone will delay projects, and in space, timing is everything. There is also the looming threat from abroad. China has already completed its own space station. Russia's Soyuz remains a fallback, and the European Space Agency may offer alternatives. If America fumbles its next moves, it risks losing its lead in space for the first time in over 60 years. But there is a hidden opportunity here too. The chaos might finally push policymakers to address the nation's dangerous dependence on a single private contractor. New congressional hearings are already being planned to examine government reliance on Musk's companies. Amazon's Project Kuiper, set to launch over 3,000 satellites, now stands poised to challenge Starlink's grip on space-based internet. And Blue Origin's orbital reef, once seen as a sideshow, suddenly looks like a critical backup to the International Space Station. So what does this all mean for us, the ordinary citizens and taxpayers? First, it is a lesson about the risks of putting too much power in the hands of one visionary, no matter how brilliant. When private ambition and public interest collide, entire industries, even national security, can be jeopardized. It also shows the importance of competition and resilience in technology ecosystems. As consumers, investors, and voters, we can push for more options, greater transparency, and smarter government contracts. Those who follow these developments closely may spot new investment opportunities as rivals like Amazon and Blue Origin accelerate their timelines to meet America's sudden hunger for alternatives. There is another angle, too. The international scramble for orbital real estate is intensifying. Thousands of new satellites mean more internet coverage, but also more space debris and more risk for astronauts. Victoria Sampson of the Secure World Foundation notes, "The era of space as a pristine frontier is over. If we do not act, a catastrophic collision may force the world to rethink how we share the skies." In the end, the Trump-Musk feud is not just a dramatic headline, it is a warning bell. America's over-reliance on SpaceX has exposed a vulnerability. The coming years will see a frantic race to build backup systems, foster new competitors, and create international rules for a crowded, contested space. Will new players rise to challenge Musk's dominance? The answer is yes, they already are. Amazon, Blue Origin, and a handful of nimble startups see their moment. But the path forward will be anything but easy. And here is a secret fact. Buried in recent congressional reports are whispers that the government may soon require NASA and the Pentagon to split major contracts among at least 3 providers. If true, this policy shift could break Musk's near monopoly overnight and open the door to a new era in American spaceflight. So, what do you think? Is America's space future safer in the hands of bold entrepreneurs or careful bureaucrats? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. For more deep dives into the battles shaping our world, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. The new space race is just beginning.